So hey guys, welcome to 5,000 Miles, where we review television and movies. Here today, we're going to be talking about Rick and Morty, Season 8, Episode 9. And I'll be throwing in some clips along the way from the episode, so I hope you guys enjoy that. We'll also be getting into a couple of segments later where we'll see if we guess the tag this week, and also give this episode a little 5,000 miles rating. So hang out and check all that out as we go through it. So yeah, Vince, Episode 9, what did you think of it, buddy?
I personally really enjoyed this episode.
What was it called? Morty Daddy, something like that?
Morty Daddy. And
Okay,
so
cool.
a lot of people kind of guessed that this might have been coming because, Morty has two sons. One is Naruto, his incest baby, and the other one is Morty Jr., who we haven't seen since season 1.
I know it's really fun that we just recently did our season 1 tier ranking video. So like it isn't that long ago that we were talking about this specific episode. And I know damn well that I was like, yeah, Morty Jr. just kind of bounds away. So there is a chance we could see him again. And here we were seeing it like in real time, like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, that's funny because we were talking about how we haven't seen Morty Jr. in a while, and we speculated that we might see him again, but I didn't know that there was going to be an episode called Morty Daddy until like last week. So it was really cool to see that to see him show back up again.
It's always cool to revisit an old character. Like we basically have two pretty well-defined stories. You've got Morty Jr. resurfacing and Morty going into Garbtopia with his estranged son.
I hope I didn't speed up your death.
I'm all right, I think. Is that a walking pizza box?
And then on the other side, you got Rick and Summer doing a whole...
They're doing a Minority Report restaurant parody.
Okay, so...
Which I thought was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I've never seen Minority Report.
So Philip K. Dick is a sci-fi writer who wrote the book that Blade Runner was based on. He also wrote a book called Minority Report, which got turned into a movie with Tom Cruise, and it's about pre-crime and people stopping crime before it happens. And so this whole B plot with Rick and Summer is a direct parody of Minority Report.
Oh, well, fair enough. That stuff's going to be lost on me. I typically can't stand Tom Cruise, so I just don't watch stuff that he's in as a general statement. Sorry to say. Like, one time I've seen some stuff, but generally
I mean,
speaking, he
like,
gets
I
on my
don't think it
nerves.
has anything to do with being a fan of Tom Cruise. I'm personally not like a huge Tom Cruise fan, but the movie Minority Report is a classic A-plus sci-fi movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend checking it out, and then you'll get all the jokes and references from this episode that you missed.
Fair enough. Well, I was pretty lukewarm on the episode. It was okay. I'm not like clamoring to go watch it 50 times in a row. I definitely loved the Morty Jr. aspect of it, and there were definitely some elements that I like to point out. But overall, the episode was just okay. I loved hearing Charlie. My God, Charlie, come on, man.
Value detected. Value detected.
Hesitancy detected?
Yeah, what's up? It's just if I find anything of value, I have to tell Rick about it.
And how many times are they going to give us these wonderful cameos?
Yeah, so this is the second time this season where we got a cameo from an actor from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
And we're over here reviewing the other Always Sunny episodes as they come out too. So this is great synergy for us.
Yes. And so
yeah.
I knew you were going to be stoked. He played various trash robots, I guess, is what you could describe his role this week.
Was he voicing them all, or was he just voicing the one main one? I know he was definitely voicing the one main one.
Yeah, I know he was voicing the main one, Salvatron.
There's some stuff that I definitely love. I mean, I'm the biggest Lord of the Rings fan on God's green earth, and we immediately
And so
get...
we got a nice Eye of Sauron, the tower reference.
Yes, I definitely liked the idea of the garbage portal. And
He was trying to class it up.
Is this your trash bin?
Rick's garbage portal. Doesn't sound any better. Look.
I definitely laughed at that, but I liked the idea of the garbage portal. It was almost like your recycle bin on your laptop desktop, like for Rick. Rick's just throwing shit into this portal and it's all down there. So I definitely liked the idea of that.
And in the Rick Lantis mix-up, we did see a giant garbage portal that went to a garbage dimension. But I think this is a different space that's just for the stuff that Rick throws away. So we see some cool stuff in there that everything that Rick ever threw away.
So where do you think that the references that they're trying to make between Lord of the Rings and potentially Harry Potter and even Labyrinth, where does all this stuff land? Because there's an obvious Lord of the Rings homage with Sauron the Tower and all. But then as they're kind of referring to the Enchanted Forest series of books that he's written, it start to take on a Harry Potter vibe?
It's the Enchanted Goblin series.
Yeah, it's like our Bible down here.
I wrote Enchanted Goblin. All 7 books.
Yeah, so definitely the Enchanted Goblin series that Morty Jr. wrote is going to be a reference to Harry Potter, and I feel like that may have been a slight kind of jab at J.K. Rowling as well, because as we know,
I kind of thought so too, yeah.
Morty made a reference to Morty Jr. getting soft canceled, and we know that J.K. Rowling got soft canceled because of her TERF views. So I feel like that may have been a very veiled reference to that.
I picked up on that as well. And then this one might be a real stretch. I don't know how familiar or how much you like Labyrinth. There's a part at the end of that movie where there's like a really weird old lady character who's trying to give Jennifer Connelly like and it's in a dumpster universe. They're in like a huge trash heap in Labyrinth, and she comes out and she's trying to give her like stuffed animals,
right?
And it's in a trash landfill type thing. So when that like trash bot came out, I got Labyrinth vibes, and I didn't know if that was only in my own head or if that's actually accurate. I wonder.
I mean, it's probably drawing on that on some subconscious level.
But anyway, something much more obvious and worth pointing out. I get an ABC's Beth vibe here, right? So you got Fruity Land, right? It's a whole world in and of itself. And when they go in there, they're putting on the residents have put together a play, right? And we have to see a play. And here in Garbtopia, we come down and we see a play as well.
Brave little goblin, all alone, no parents here to raise you. Go, little goblin, leave at home, your magic will amaze you.
In a universe. So I definitely saw a parallel between Fruity Land and Garbtopia.
Did you catch what Rick wanted for dinner when they were at the Precog restaurant?
The lava cake?
Yeah, the lava cake. And he also got lava cake in season 8, episode 2, when he went to Jiro's sushi place. Remember, he tells him he's going to take the lava cake to go.
Yeah,
so I think this is a recurring theme of Rick really liking lava cake
and gigantic eclairs, even wet.
Dude, that made me laugh so hard. But not only did he, when he was like, "It's so fun that the eclair is big."
Relax. Have some of the giant eclair they knew would delight me. It really is so fun that it's big.
Yeah, and he's like, it even tastes good wet. So not a big surprise that Rick would fall in love with these cogs, right? They're so self-serving. What could be more self-serving than Rick getting somebody who already knows what he wants before he wants it?
Yeah, I think that was right up Rick's alley. But we find out later that they were just using Rick to get to Summer again because they wanted to set up this whole food truck thing, and so it ended up working out for them.
I did like the way that it turned out. I thought it was really funny. What Summer actually wanted was far more involved than what Rick would want. So it had to go all the way down into this elaborate way where she really just wanted a fancy hot dog.
A fancy hot dog, and she got one. She got her glizzy in the end.
Basic.
She is more complex than that. Damn, great dog.
That's better than avocado toast.
You don't get new ones.
I did like that. And I do love the term glizzy, by the way.
Here's a question for you. All right. We see when Morty Jr. is in the hospital, he's watching a game show, and the game show is Downbeat, the game show.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
How many times has Downbeat, the game, been referenced in the show previously?
So I'm going to go with this is the 3rd time it's come up.
So this is technically the 4th time it's come up.
Okay.
The first time it came up was in Rick Mancing the Stone in season 3, and then we see the family playing it again in the Rattlestar Ricklactica episode, the Snake Jazz episode.
Mm-hmm.
if you remember in the episode Solarix,
This is the one I
when
do remember. Yeah.
when Morty goes back to the Cronenberg dimension, he sees Jerry Prime.
Yeah, it was awesome. I actually think it was Morty's idea because he's trying to like reconnect with Jerry Prime. So he's like, "What's that game we used to play?" Downbeat. He's like, "I'll go get it. I'll go get it." He's all enthusiastic. So that was absolutely the most recent and notable time that I remember it coming up. So it's definitely cool and funny the
Yeah.
way that they said how did they put it? The game show.
Yeah, and it's funny too because they never actually finished playing the game Downbeat, and Downbeat is a meta joke because it's a writer's term for what characters are doing at the beginning of a scene. That's why the scenes always start with them playing the game Downbeat, and then they transition into doing something else.
Oh, cool. All right, Smarty Pants, I got a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Jerry refers to himself early in the episode as he's like, as a fellow writer.
From one writer to another? The guy is a hack piece of shit.
What was the name of the book that Jerry wrote when he did write a book?
So Jerry is a published author. He has a book that most of the world has read. It was in the dinosaur episode. And off the top of my head, I think the name of the book was something like Never Trying, Never Fails.
You got it. You're such a piece of shit, dude. But yeah, I would, as soon as Jerry said, I was like, oh shit, he is a writer. Yeah,
He's a very accomplished writer, as a matter of fact, although he never got the credit for it because the dinosaurs didn't put his name on the book.
right. But that was cool to hear that come back up again.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it was a couple episodes ago in the James Gunn episode, he also mentions that he read Jerry's dinosaur book. So this is the second time that they've mentioned Jerry's book in this season. When Rick and Summer push the food off the table and they go, "Opa," that made me laugh super hard.
It'll beat this shit.
Opa!
And then also, what really made me laugh out loud was when Summer's about to get in the pool and he goes, "Don't get in the pool. I need someone dry to hand me things," which is so demeaning and so funny.
But don't get in the water. I need a dry person to hand me things.
Jello shot delivery.
Can you grab him, Summer? This is why it's good to have someone out of the pool.
Well, Rick's in his element, right? He's getting served on by these cogs, and now he needs to have Summer at his disposal as well.
Yeah, I felt like he might have been living a little too anchors up.
My favorite part, honest to God, Devil's Advocate bot.
If I may, it would be suicide to take a run at Salvatron's tower.
I agree.
Don't listen to him. That's just Devil's Advocate bot. I'm glad Rick trashed him.
If I may, you don't look glad.
I don't want to spoil anything about the tag, but man, what a brutal thing to do to somebody. Devil's Advocate bot was really funny. It kind of it was giving Devil Robot from Futurama a little bit for me. And he kept going, if I may. And I think that, the idea of playing the Devil's Advocate kind of got him into trouble at the end because she's telling him that that's what he wanted on his hot dog, and he's trying to play Devil's Advocate because that's what he was made to do.
I also thought that the sex robot graveyard is conceptually pretty goddamn funny.
And it was nice to see Gwendolyn again after all this time, Morty Jr.'s mother. I don't know if you noticed, but Gwendolyn has like a purple high heel. And then at the very end of the episode, Morty Jr. is wearing a necklace, and the necklace is Gwendolyn's high heel. So it was nice that he took that little keepsake for himself to remember his mother by.
No, that was a really good catch on your part.
Yeah.
It's cool. She needs to be memorialized in some kind of way. I mean, she's in Morty's top 5 sex robots, so she must really bring it.
She was the finest I ever had. Well, top 3. Top 5, at least.
Oh, top 5, eh?
There's a lot more than 5, too. It's high praise. Your mom could really throw it back.
When the trash robot comes up and captures Morty, and he talks about how that conversation you guys had about ranking women was disgusting. That was a laugh out loud moment for me also.
You're both assholes. That conversation you just had about ranking women was gross.
It was Trash Planet talk.
Yeah, that was too much for him. I also got a kick out of it when he said trash planet talk, locker room lingo, barracks
Yeah,
talk.
that was just trash planet talk.
That's just trash planet talk. Come on, guys.
A couple other little Easter eggs along the way. In one of the trash piles, we do see a can of Morty spaghetti.
Oh, really? Super cool.
That's from that's if you got to keep a close eye out for that, but it's in one of the trash piles. That's from season 7, episode 4.
Yeah.
The Morty Spaghetti episode.
That's a good one.
Fantastic episode, one of
That
my
is a good one.
favorites.
Yeah.
The people that can see the future are called precogs. The restaurant that they go to is called Precog, Prix, which is a reference to prefix menus, where the price of the meal is predetermined. So I think it was kind of like a double, triple joke right there. It was very clever.
Interesting. Did you happen to catch the name of the book, of the sequel that Morty Jr. wrote at the end?
It was like Goodbye Sex Mom. It was
Goodbye, Sex Mom.
My Horrible Dad 2, Goodbye Sex Mom.
My Horrible Father 2, Goodbye Sex Mom.
That's available at your local airport on sale now.
You guys still read?
I can't believe he got a book deal on Rick's Trash Moon.
Come on, we're boarding. You guys still read books?
And there's a little sticker on the book that says millions of copies sold. So he's a doubly successful author now.
He's
Morty
back on
Jr.
top. Morty Jr. is back on top. That's what we want.
back.
You know?
Yeah.
Despite he just needed to get back in Morty's radius in order to have enough shitty stuff happen to him so that he could be
Right,
inspired.
and I think it was cool. I thought it was really cool that Morty seemed like he was happy for him this time. So obviously, yeah, he was kind of using him, but I think Morty kind of knows the deal now that like, yeah, he was using him, but he was just, using him to write the book, and things are kind of cool between them now. So he was like happy for him. He's like, oh, I can't believe he got a book deal on Rick's Trash Moon.
Rick's Trash Moon. And we also get a little insight into the fact that Beth's not too happy about the fact that Morty Jr. blasts Morty because it makes them look bad.
Jim?
That little shit.
Yeah, it seemed like Jerry was really mad. Jerry was really mad about that.
Yeah, they're not happy with it. So that's kind of funny too as well.
It's nice that Morty made peace with it, though. I like to see that.
Yeah, for sure. Grandparents are catching strays.
Yeah. Yeah, Grandpa Jerry. It's funny to think about Beth and Jerry being grandparents, but they are. They have 2 grandkids.
I also thought the handshake was pretty funny.
Check this out. See this? We didn't rehearse it at all.
When all of a sudden he's like, "Look, we didn't even practice this. We just know it."
That's one of the best things about having a precog around as your friend, is that you guys can do secret handshakes without rehearsing that. I thought that was a really clever kind of joke to do because she can see the future. I also really laughed pretty hard at the toilet sex show where it's like,
Yeah, there was a while where Rick's inventions could all walk and talk.
Hey, big boy, wanna drain that python?
plunging itself.
It's splunging itself. I definitely thought that was fun. That was the best visual thing that you had to catch.
Yeah, such like a weird, bizarre type of gag to just have a toilet plunging itself, and it was also some sort of like sex thing. But I enjoyed seeing that. That was really weird and just wacky.
Did you think Morty Jr. was dead? Because I did. When they shot him, I'm like, oh shit, I guess they're just gonna kill him.
I did. I thought that either they were going to kill him or that he was going to die from old age, because it seemed like he was aging faster than normal. But he's still alive, and he's still a thriving author.
Yeah, but
Also, fun fact, I don't know if you know who voiced Morty Jr., but they brought back the guy who voiced him the first time, who's a Rick and Morty regular.
That was the last time I saw my father. Once more, my mother's voice came to me, carried on the wind. Be free, my son.
Voice acting legend Maurice LaMarche from Futurama and from Pinky and the Brain. He plays the voice of Brain as well. He was the voice of Morty Jr. and he also plays the voice of another beloved character in season 1 of Rick and Morty, Aberdolf Linkler.
Oh man, it's always a good time when Aberdolf Linkler comes up. Great character.
Yeah, it's hard to know what he stood for.
Certainly not what he died for. So I guess that brings us to this week's segment of Guess the Tag.
Guess that tag.
America's fastest growing Rick and Morty associated video podcast segment.
Yes.
Guess the Tag.
This is
Yeah, you
almost
go.
as much fun as playing Downbeat.
So yeah, go ahead. What was your experience guessing the tag this week? Vince, did you get it again, you scumbag?
All right, so we did pause it, and we did sit around and try to guess the tag, and I came up with a couple different ideas. I was thinking maybe it might be like Heather Locklear. I thought maybe it might be Morty Jr., But in the end, I'm happy to say that I did guess the tag. And you know what? I did feel like it was a little bit, I felt like it was a little bit easy this time because there was only two actual plots, you know? You had the Morty Jr. plot and you had the precog plot, and it just made natural sense that they would follow up on the food truck and get to see them selling hot dogs in their element on the trash planet.
Especially once I definitely got a kick out of the lunch truck dropping through the trash portal and us seeing that. But once they gave us that and didn't revisit it, I'm happy to say that I guessed the tag as well. But
Very good.
if anything, I'd give myself, I was kind of going to debate and give myself half a point because my guess was just the cogs. And I feel like if you wanted a full point, you had to go with Devil's Advocate bot to get the full point. But so, yeah, half a point, however you want to look at it. If you said cogs, you guessed the tag.
Yeah, or food truck. The cogs
yeah.
food truck, I think, definitely gets you the full point.
But you definitely get bonus points if you went with Devil's Advocate bot. I think that would have really been the clever thing to say, you know?
Gotta love Devil's Advocate bot.
So yeah, guys, let us know if you guessed the tag this week. So that will bring us to our final segment for the week of how many miles out of 5,000, Vince, did you give Rick and Morty season 8, episode 9?
I gotta say, I really liked this episode.
Yeah.
I had a great time watching it. I think we're gonna say 4,251 miles.
Oh man, that extra one there, that 51 miles really means something.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give it 3,750 this week, Vince, which is still, again, anything over 3,500 is good. I just thought it was a little bit more of a mid episode, had its moments. I love when we get a little bit of, reference to old stuff. Didn't blow me away or anything like that. 3,750 for me this week.
All right. Here's your homework. You got to go watch Minority Report and then re-rate the episode after having seen Minority Report.
Yes, I am. I'm a bad pop culture person today, having not seen Minority Report.
If you guys out there, if you're a little bit on the younger side and you haven't seen Minority Report, I'm not a huge Tom Cruise advocate, but Minority Report is a fantastic sci-fi movie. Highly recommend. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
That brings us to the end of the episode. We will be on next week for episode 10. And we will have a same kind of format for the episode next week. And then we'll do a final episode where we rank from 1 to 10, both of us, separate lists, every episode from season 8.
Can't believe the series finale is going to be next week already.
Yeah, we will have to end the season next week and move on to what's next, because there'll be something else great coming out. We know we're looking forward to South Park. And certainly for any of you Rick and Morty fans out there that also like Always Sunny, we're doing those reviews as well. So
yeah, go check those out. Having a good time watching Always Sunny this season.
Yeah, so really appreciate it, guys. Vince, take us out.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, that's the way the news goes.